My top rated book on Amazon is The Mental Handbook. You want the physical book? This one right here for free. Click the link below and let's get to work on your game.
DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is called There Are No Rules. There was this, I guess you call it a motivational speech I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger giving. The video's on YouTube. I don't know what it's called, but it's basically one of those montages y'all know that everybody does these days where it's a person lifting weights, working out, shows him doing his acting, building his career, and all the whole time you hear him speaking in the background. And one of the things he talks about is that you need to break the rules in life. Not break the law, but break the rules. And breaking the rules means you're taking the ideas that somebody made up that said this is the way things need to go, this is the way you need to do it, this is how you need to think, this is who you need to be, this is how we've always done it, this is what everybody else is doing, and you say forget all that, I'm going to do it a completely different way because that's my way. Because those people who did it that way, even if it worked for them, that's cool for them, but what's working for me is going to be the way that I do things. That's what breaking the rules means. And if you read the book Relentless by Tim Grover, if you haven't read that book, I suggest that you do. And you can find links to all this stuff at DreAllDay.com/read. What he talks about in that book is if you want to be elite, if you want to be a person who stands out, you want to be a legend, you want to be someone whose name rings out even when you're no longer doing the thing that you were doing, you can't just follow the rules. Because rules, if you think about what rules are, everyone, rules are a way of doing things that many people, the majority of people have agreed upon, and that's the way most people do it. So if you want to be remembered, if you want to stand out, you want to be different, then of course you can't do everything the same way everybody else did it. You can't follow rules, because if you're following rules, then by default you're doing the same thing as everybody else. What is so special about you? Why do I need to pay you any mind? Why do I need to remember you at all? Why would anybody talk about you if all you're doing is following the set patterns that other people have already set? The patterns, the trails that other people have already blazed, doing things the same way that everybody else has done it. You need to put yourself in a frame of mind. Now, again, this is not for everybody. For those of you who want to do something different, you want to stand out, you want to separate yourself from the pack in life. You want to be in that 1% or even the 10%. You got to put yourself in a frame of mind that there aren't rules that you have to follow. You don't have to follow every single rule. There are some rules you can follow, some rules you may choose to follow. Again, this is all based on your particular situation, who you are as a person, what works for you and what doesn't. You won't know until you do things. But once you start doing things, you start figuring out who exactly you are, what exactly you want to do, and what exactly you want to get in the end. You got to know which rules to break. You got to know when to break those rules. You got to know how much to break those rules. And you got to have a mindset, first of all, that is okay to break the rules. Because if your mindset is, this is the rule and I can't not do it this way, this is the rule and I got to follow what everybody else is doing, this is the rule and I don't want to piss anybody off or ruffle any feathers, if that's your frame of mind, then everything I'm saying right now is a waste of time for you. You just wasted 3 minutes of your day because you're not going to get anything from this. But if you want to get something from this, your frame of mind becomes there are no rules when it comes to me getting to the goal, my ultimate goal in life. My definite chief aim in life. There are no rules prohibiting me from doing things the way I need to get them done so I can reach this goal, so I can really get to where I want to get in life. There are no rules holding me back. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. What could you not do with more confidence? Less attention to the negativity of other people, more focus on your goals than nothing else, and not letting unfortunate circumstances slow you down. Would all of those help you out? Well, go to DreAllDay.com/bulletproof. Check out my new 8-week course called Bulletproof Mindset. Get started, and I'll see you over there. Work on your game. If you're on Snapchat, hit me on the Snap. My Snap name is @Dre Baldwin. You already know how that works. And I got a podcast, if you didn't know. It is called Work on Your Game. It is an everyday podcast where I talk about getting yourself into the right mindset, that bulletproof mindset. Getting yourself seen, heard, known, getting the exposure you want, and making things happen in your life instead of waiting for things to happen to or for you. Subscribe to that podcast when you're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Make sure you check it every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch the heat. Work on your game.
Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball. I'm ballin'. I feel like